Welcome back. It was a joyous and momentous occasion for the Owen King EU Hospital and the Respiratory Hospital as they celebrated their one-year anniversary since transition. Fennel Neptune tells us more.
The Owen King EU Hospital and the Victoria Hospital VH recently held appreciation ceremonies to acknowledge the hard work done by the staff during the year since the transition. Minister for Health and Wellness, Senator the Honorable Mary Isaac, recounts the emotional day last year when the Victoria Hospital transitioned into the Owen King EU Hospital.
Doctors and nurses, firemen and women, police and all hospital workers, well coordinated, got on the move and stayed on task till the end. With the departure of each ambulance load, staff waited with bated breath, praying for a safe delivery to the other hospital and return for more patients. At the end of it all, it can be written in our history that the move was well coordinated, flawless, and a great success.
Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the Honorable Alan Chastanet, expressed heartfelt gratitude to the hard-working staff of the two institutions for remaining committed despite the challenges they continue to be faced with.
We did with what we had, and that is my real tribute to the doctors and nurses who were here. They knew, nobody had to tell them, or tell you, that what you were trying to do was impossible. Every single day coming to work and recognizing that what was needed and what you had was far away. But yet, we came to work. And yet, the persons who were here, the patients, never knew what you were having to go through behind the scenes. That is what gave me strength.
Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Benson Emil, says, although it is a time to celebrate, it is also a time to focus on the next phase as it relates to the growth of the institutions.
Let me take this time, to congratulate all those who were involved in the process. It was challenging. It required, extended hours. It required quite a bit of sacrifice. But we can come here today to celebrate our survivor. And we can come here to commit, to framing and developing, and forming this institution and the respiratory institution, to bring it and escalate it to the highest standard, one that is delivering care and looking after the well-being of St. Lucians.
The first anniversary celebrations were held under the theme, Transition We Have, Continued Good Health and Safety We Will. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennel Neptune.
The early childhood sector is to undergo a phased reopening as the Ministry of Health collaborates with local health authorities to ensure a safe reopening. Officers from the Department of Environmental Health have been conducting island-wide inspections of the various early childhood centers to ensure compliance to guidelines provided in collaboration with the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards. Earlier in March, Hot 7 TV spoke to the president of the National Association of Early Childhood Practitioners, Scholastic Elcock, who said that meetings in the first week of March did outline those plans.
But inspections are being carried out at the moment for centers that were not assessed before to allow them to be opened. We have to continue with the protocols that we have in place, and permission also have been given that the opening days should be Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. We spent some time deliberating over the time, and the safety aspect was very, very important. So that is why some centers that were not assessed by environmental health. It's a priority now.
The early childhood sector will reopen on a phased basis, with all appropriate private centers resuming operations on Tuesday, the 6th of April 2021. Government-operated centers will reopen their doors on Monday, the 19th of April 2021. Elcock said that the pandemic has highlighted the necessity and value of early childhood services.
I think if there was any doubt before, I think COVID has brought to our attention the importance of early childhood education, not only to teachers or administrators, but also to the parents and other stakeholders. Because if the economy is going to be open, women, especially, women need safe and secure places to keep their children. Because as a woman, if you're not happy where your child is at, then you're not going to be very productive at work, because you're going to spend most of the time calling your childminder or whoever is taking care of your child to ensure that they're okay. And sometimes even family members do not understand the children. So I think for our women here in St. Lucia, I think it's important for them to have a safe place. And a place not only safe, but also a place that they know that their children are going to be developed all round. The holistic development is going to take place.
Only centers that have met the approved guidelines and demonstrate a sense of readiness to receive children in a safe and conducive environment have been granted approval to reopen. British-born artist of St. Lucian parentage, Stephen Wiltshire, made a donation of his art to the government of St. Lucia. Wiltshire garnered international recognition for his ability to draw detailed panoramas from memory. His latest work is in part a homage to the island of his mother's birth, St. Lucia. In a ceremony to hand over pieces of artwork on Tuesday, his sister and manager, Annette Wiltshire, shared some of her autistic brother's remarkable talent.
We are humbled to be here because we love the island, we love the people, we love the food, we love the culture, and it was about time that as Stephen, as an international artist, that he came to represent our mother's island, the people's island, Helen of the West, and we are very, very grateful to be here. And we would just like to say that we hope that Stephen's drawing will help to motivate and hope to inspire other budding artists, because there is so many talent out there that has the opportunity to show and express themselves in creative arts.
I am very happy to hand over my artwork. I hope it will inspire and motivate all. I am proud to be part of it. My mother's home is my home too. Do the best you can and never stop.
Stephen Wiltshire's engagement with government was achieved through Goodwill Ambassador Jalim Yudovic.
Annette and I have fostered a beautiful friendship in the years preceding my official introduction to Stephen, which was quite recently. It was during the COVID period, and he's a beautiful human being, a beautiful soul. And today, you know, we're going to receive 3 very valuable sketches from Stephen Wiltshire. If you have never heard the name, go on Google Stephen, find out who he is. Stephen Wiltshire is an international artist. He sketches cityscapes around the world. He has sketched every cityscape from Australia to Manhattan to Paris to London. Every single cityscape in the world, Stephen has been commissioned by the municipalities of his various cities to sketch them and virtually immortalize these cityscapes through his art.
Culture Minister Fortuna Belrose commended Yudovic on leveraging his network to meet the mandate of the Goodwill Ambassadors program.
When he said to me that he had Stephen Hare, world-renowned artist, how did you get this guy? you know, but that's his network. And he was able to leverage that network to have you here today, you know, to showcase what we can do, you know, as people of this country, you know, St. Lucians. And not just St. Lucians, but special St. Lucians. In his case, he's autistic, but he's been able to demonstrate the capacity and the ability to achieve world fame, you know, because of the work that he can do.
Wiltshire donated 2 large-scale and 1 print sketch to St. Lucia. The Rotary Club is synonymous with the mission to eliminate poliovirus around the world. The interactive group says though its mission continues, the organization is willing and ready to step in and assist in the fight against COVID-19. Genevieve Gonzague tells us more.
As the battle against COVID-19 continues, various organizations have been banding together and focusing their resources on supporting the healthcare sector. The Rotary Club says they are no different. The current district governor for Rotary, Lyle Chase, says the infrastructure that the organization has that over the years have been used to fight to eliminate the polio virus is readily available to assist government when needed.
The infrastructure that we have for the distribution of vaccine is also being used for the distribution of the COVID vaccine as soon as it is available to those countries. In our district, we have seen Rotary clubs get involved with the health authorities, for instance, to organize the outside of the vaccination centers. You may have been aware that there have been little hitches and glitches when you come to go and get your vaccine. And I'm sure that the next time around it will be better, and each time will be better. But Rotary has offered itself to the authorities in many of the territories to assist, not in giving the vaccinations unless they're doctors or nurses, in which case, yes, they do. But where they are just people like me or you, we can organize.
Rotary is a global network of over 1.2 million individuals across the globe who unite and take action to create lasting change. The organization has been assisting with the distribution of protective gear and providing assistance to members who have been affected by the pandemic.
Almost every club in our district and around the world has taken part in the distribution of PPE and also in trying to alleviate hunger amongst those who are suffering the most. We have a program which is called Rotary Works, and you can actually Google it and go online. And that is a fund that we have developed for Rotarians themselves who, or Rotaractors who are out of work or need to retool because they have lost their employment.
Chase says the organization will be taking up projects that will assist with public education and sensitization. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more news coming up after the break.